Once again, today we are going to look at another important thing about promotion exams. And today we are going to touch on the Education Regulatory Body Act 2020, and the act is 1023. Act 1023. So this Regulatory Body Act was passed by Parliament on August 21st, 2020, that established the following regulatory body acts that regulate the education in Ghana. Very, very important regulatory body acts. About five solid of them that were given mandatory responsibilities to perform. If this is your first time, kindly like, subscribe, and share. Let's jump into it. So the Regulatory Body Acts, um, Regulatory Education Regulatory Body Act 2023 was signed on August 21st, the year 2020 by Parliament, and they established the following bodies that we need to know them before we go and write the promotion exams. Very, very important bodies. So one was the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC. Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. That was one. Then two, the Commission for Technical and Vocational Education and Training was also another regulatory body act that was established under this Act 1040, Act 1023 rather. Then the National Teaching Council, the National Teaching Council was established way back in the year 2008 under the Act 778, but was given the regulatory backing in the year 2020. The next one is the National School Inspectorate Authority. National School Inspectorate Authority, that is NASHIA. It was formerly called National Inspectorate Board, NIB, now changed to NASHIA, that is National School Inspectorate Authority. Then the last regulatory body that was established under this Education Regulatory Body Act was the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment. National Council for Curriculum and Assessment, that is NACA. And these were the regulatory bodies that were established under the Education Regulatory Body Act, the year 2020, Act 1023. We need to know them before we go and write our promotion exams. They are very, very important that we touch on them, know them before we go and write the promotion exams. Now let's take one of them and discuss its importance and its reasons why it was established. We are looking at Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC. Very, very important regulatory body that was established in the year 2020. So Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, in all this come up with a merge of two bodies or two agencies that were operating in the Ministry of Education as agencies. And one of them was the National Council for Tertiary Education. National Council for Tertiary Education was merged with the National Accreditation Board, NAP. So the National Council for Tertiary Education and the National Accreditation Board, these two were merged to form under the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission that we need to know. Very, very important. So the commission was established under a new Education Regulatory Body Act 2023 to function very well. And it has some objectives that it needed or it was established to achieve at the end of its, its work. And one is to promote efficient and effective administration and accreditation of tertiary education institutions. So now the institutions that gives accreditation to the tertiary institutions is the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission and not the National Accreditation Board. These two were merged together. So the accreditation is given by the GTEC. It's very, very important. Then another thing it does is to promote the principle of the provision of consistent quality of service by the tertiary education institutions. So another work that the GTEC does is to promote consistent quality of service by the tertiary institution. That is another objective. Then another objective of this GTEC was to advance an application of knowledge through scholar research and collaboration with the industries and the public sector players. So it's very, very important. It involves in research, and advanced application of knowledge and collaboration with the industries and the public sector players to function very well. Then another objective that it was established to promote was to promote the development of appropriate human capital for sustainable advancement of the national economy. So his main objective, or one of his main objectives, is to promote human capital development for us, for this one to help the nation economic development. So it's very important that we get to know these things before we go and write the promotion exams. Come back again, we shall look at another very valuable things that is important for our promotion exams. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and like.